Hi, I'm Jenny with Roots and Wings Furniture, and today we are starting a video making over my master closet. But it's not just me this time. I've brought in the big guns to knock this thing out. I brought in my friend Kristin DiBacco from the Serene Space, and she's a professional organizer. So she is gonna get this closet knocked out in no time and help me out here with what we're gonna do. When we moved into our house about a year ago, and I knew we were getting a walk-in closet, and I had marked all of these boxes, master closet, until we moved here, and the boxes just wouldn't all fit. It wouldn't all go in. So this is what we're left with. I think the function it's just lacking. So that's why I brought in Kristin. She's going to help us out.
Perfect. So thank you. We have had a conversation over the phone, but today is actually the first time that I am seeing the closet in person and live. So you are actually going to be invited in with us in a little bit, and we'll take a look and get down to our game plan. But we spoke over the phone, and one of the biggest things that a lot of clients struggle with is, what is our goal? What's the big picture? What is it that we want to envision for this space? And so that was one of the first things I asked her on the phone was, what do you love, what do you hate, and what do you want to see for this space? Do you want to share that?
So we just have a lot of clothes in this space. We're in the kind of master bathroom area right now, so we don't get dressed in there. It's not like a dressing room. It's really just storage for clothes. But again, I just knew the function wasn't great. There's shelves on either side. It kind of feels like it's closing in on you whenever you walk in. And there's laundry on the floor often. It's just not functional, I think, to what we really want. So just more organization. Yeah, I think it's going to help us out so much.
Yes, perfect. And one of the biggest things that I think you can take this and implement it anywhere in your home is less is more. So we're going to definitely start by paring down what clothes you have and what shoes you have, but we're also going to take a look at what's being stored in the closet. So you have storage throughout the rest of your home, which is something we've already touched base on. And we're going to find a few gems, I have a feeling, and we'll take those and we'll find a new home for them. So this is specifically your clothes, your shoes, and then your jewelry that you love.
And you guys, I have not done anything. The laundry is done. I did it yesterday. But otherwise, this is the real deal. We didn't like pre-stage it. It's not messier than normal or cleaner. Like, this is really it. So I don't know what I was thinking, letting everybody in my closet.
So let me ask this.
Okay.
When you did a purge before you moved, and then once you've gotten into your home, have you done a purge yet?
I like to do purges kind of every season. I tend to put my other season clothes away, and then I'll go through and just things I didn't wear in the last year, I'll kind of get rid of, things like that. So I feel like my clothes are pared down pretty well.
So one of the things we're going to talk about then with your space is seasonal and storing it. So we're not going to store all of one season or all of your seasons in here at one time. Right. We have overflow storage. So keep that in mind when organizing your space, is if you have that space for both seasons to be in your closet or not. And then let's talk about this being a shared space. So it's not just you. Right. It's also your husband, Sean. Right. Is Sean on board with this?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Good.
He is now. So he has honestly a lot more clothes than I do. And maybe doesn't like to clean out as much as I do. So he's probably got a lot more that we can pare down and get rid of. The way I got him on board with this was just by telling him we're going to kind of make some piles and things that I haven't seen him wear for a while. We'll put in a pile that he can go through when he wants to, and he will make the decision if he wants to get rid of it or not. So that's kind of how we're going to approach that. And I think once he sees too that we can really get the space looking a lot better and more streamlined, it will make all the difference.
Yes.
So, and it won't be such a drudgery, a project of like, you got to clean out the closet today.
Yes. Right. So taking on a task that's so big and so large, like clean out your stuff, is so hard and so overwhelming and daunting and not exciting for everybody. Right. So by simply doing that, we're going to take it out. We'll sort it out by business and casual, and as well as I had made a suggestion to Jenny, like, let's pull out the items that you never see him wear. Right. And then that might help trigger some excitement to get rid of a few things. Yeah. So So that's basically kind of where we're going to start. Otherwise, we'll jump in and we're going to start pulling out items one at a time. Keep, get rid of.
Yep. Sounds good. Let's do it. Okay, so we're in the closet now, and this is pretty much how it feels. You can hardly fit, and things are kind of eating you as you try to pick out your clothes for the day. So This is why we need the help.
Yes. So we have come into the closet here to really give you guys a good feel for, number one, obviously the number of clothes, but the function of the space. So this is a pretty typical closet that you would see in most, one standard rod hanging. But if you notice, the vertical space in this closet is not being utilized. So we're actually, through this process, going to do a little renovation to her space first and move this vertical rod up a foot or two, and then give them, because one of the things we've spoken about was your use of long hang versus short hang. And they have a lot of short hangs, so it's going to make so much sense to double that storage space that they have in there.
And I can't do any project without a little DIY, so we're going to get that tucked in here as well. But I do think that the double hang, so 2 rods on the same wall, will be really helpful. We can get kind of all the clothes on one side, right?
Yes.
And it'll open up the back wall for some other things we have in mind.
Yes. So, and then this shelf that you see here over Jenny's head is actually going to come down and go away altogether. Yeah. So it really allows for an inviting feel when you come in. You're not walking into a bar or a shelf of some sort. So that's the game plan.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to talk about the back wall? What we're going to think about doing on it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm most excited about. So usually we have a couple laundry baskets that sit right here on the floor, and I saw this fantastic idea that we are going to build in, it's almost like a piece of furniture, a dresser with laundry baskets inside of it. So it'll be at the back of the closet, hopefully a little hidden for laundry, but it'll just make it look really nice. We can maybe even sort laundry as we put it in the basket, and it'll really open up the back wall, and then we'll do some floating shelves above it to kind of get the stuff off the floor a little bit, and so we can see what it is that we have to wear.
Yes, exactly.
So that is the plan for that. And then on this wall, since we'll lose this shelf, we will put some hooks for things like,
you have a few belts or some hats, and then your jewelry is one of the things, which she has a great piece already, and so potentially expanding that.
Yeah. So we got our game plan, and I think we can do it.
Yeah.
So what's next?
So right now we are going to get in and we are going to start sorting. We're going to talk about keeping and getting rid of.
Okay.
One of the biggest things that you want to have in mind is where your clothes are going to. So whether or not that's something that you want to consign or you're going to donate, and that might be a friend, that might mean the vets, that might mean Goodwill.
Okay.
Either way, in this scenario, I love to stick to at least 1, maybe 2 donation or consignment options. Okay. Otherwise, you find yourself getting into all of these different, all of the different places that you then have to do drop-offs to. So we're going to do that. We're also going to make space for our piles, so we can have that all set up. We'll have our bags ready to do that. And then all of our empty hangers that we'll find, we'll also have a rod to hang those on.
Okay.
So that's our plan now.
All right.
We're going to dive in.
Yeah, let's do it.